Good afternoon, all. 2:30 p.m. on the dot. What a rough day. Oh, I did too much yesterday. I was helping my friend who clear some get rid of some farm scrap. Lovely farm. I said last night I'll waffle more on about this farm. Oh, it looked like a typical, lovely, traditional sort of 19th century rebuilt farm house. Well, newly built farmhouse, 19th century type thing. Towards the end of the 19th century type thing. Lovely. And this stream going around the back of it, round the back of the farmhouse. And there was this well-trodden footpath back and forth from the farmhouse down to it. And you can imagine, once upon a time, that was the bath, that was the washing clothes place, and water, basic water, because it looked fresh as anything. It was coming down out of the hill. And the whole geology of the area was very interesting. You could see the glaciers of 12,000 years ago receded and left, behind the farmhouse there was this like field in a sort of mini valley. And you can see glaciers have been there, scraping it 12,000 years ago, 12,000 years ago. Yeah, lovely setting. And he was southwest facing, so we get all the sun in the morning. And as I said, the farmhouse, obviously built in the mid to late 19th century, and looking rundown. But it also had the old farmhouse buildings, the old original farmhouse by the side there, right in the roof. The roof as well definitely needs a new roof joists. And the farmers still had these chimney stacks, one at the end going up to the sky, one in the middle going up to the sky, one at the other end going up to the sky. I've never seen something look so beautiful in a long time. Yeah. And the fields are mainly used for sheep grazing. Yeah. And I talked to the farmer there, the farmer of the next farm, the actual son who's left living there now. He's got a day job, so he wasn't there. But the farmer on the next farm came up and, this needs shifting, that needs shifting, to the scrappies. But I did too much. I'm absolutely shattered today. Oh, I've just, a couple of hours ago, just come back from the shop. The food warehouse, Iceland. I've decided to try that for a couple of visits. Got a Lidl here as well. Aldi's is the one I traditionally go to. Aldi's is easy. Apart from it being the closest one, it's all there, compact. Everything I need is under one roof, food-wise and clothing-wise as well. The middle aisles. There's a Lidl as well. I'll have a look at Lidl. I've got to adventure, see. And also the other side of the dual carriageway is Home Bargains. Very, very good bargains. Certainly. Like, let's have some light, yeah. Is that better? Yeah, Home Bargains. And past Home Bargains, a couple of 100 yards further, is farmhouse, farmhouse, farmhouse foods, farmhouse foods, farm foods, farm foods. Yeah, farm foods. Trouble is, it's good for getting stuff in bulk. But trouble is, it's only me. It's only me. It's only me. So the point is me buying in bulk, especially now that I got my freezer turned off to save electricity. God, right in the freezer, fridge freezer costs good 200. Well, now £200-300 a year. So I said, I switched it off and now we use it as an extra cupboard. Yeah. I shattered today. I knew I did too much yesterday. Well, I was out of it at the end of yesterday, and it was out in the rain as well. That didn't help. I'll have to go on Google Map and have a look at this place again. I'll press the button on Google Maps for satellite. Yeah, just to remind me. Yeah. Caval's is full of these type of farms. I remember one I went to. I was in the motoring club and we were doing a rally and we had to do PR, well, wherever the route is, on country lanes. Visit all the farms and tell them there's a rally on this certain Saturday night during these hours and inform them and then get the signature just, all the farmers, yeah, give me the information and where to sign straight off. All the traditional Welsh farmers, no problems at all. But I don't want to say, I don't want to upset anyone now, but certain, how we can say, country properties that have been bought by English retirees, they were the only ones to complain. Well, you're in Rome now. You're in Rome. Do as the Romans do. Yeah. For some of them. Unless you get permission, you can't use that part of the route. So I was going back and forth, and most of them I managed to convince and get the signature and make sure they know when it is. You just think, oh, it'll be all right. It'll be in the middle of the night. It's not during the day or anything like that. And yeah, but there was one one renowned Welsh fella lived in Cwmishwell, and I got to know him because I worked in this hospital for a couple of years, and he was one of the nurses there, psychiatric hospital. Oh, I only worked there a couple of years before I joined the area. I'm telling you, never in my life have I learned so much about human nature and working as a hospital porter for 2 years in a psychiatric hospital. The things we all saw, everything, mind-bothered people, and a lot of them were born that way, but special needs, learning difficulties type of thing, a lot of them. Because there used to be a couple of wards years ago, they were just full of children. These, their families just couldn't cope with them, for one reason or another. Well, there's these famous twins from Haverfordwest, for instance. They were setting fires to schools and buildings. Um, Coloured twins, two daughters of Irish servicemen down in Brodie, Irish Brodie in Pembrokeshire. Very sad case, that. And that was sort of strange difficulties due to them being twins. You know, really, things like this. You wouldn't imagine it, you know, unless you're there. You never ever see it in your life. It's amazing, and the regular suicides as well. You know, mortuary duty, call out mortuary duty in the nights. Yeah. I was the one that normally did it most of it. Like if you're on a call out for 1 week, you might get one or two call outs during the night. One of the residents had passed away, and there's 3 or 4 geriatric wards, so yeah. And then since Stefan, the locked up ward, the yeah, I remember one morning going into one. Why she ended up there? She was only about 17, 18. Blonde, slim, petite, well, say about 5'3" type thing. And she marched straight up to me, grabbed my nuts. Hello, big boy. She was so very, very pretty. And you can't ask the nurse, why is this one in here? Because they won't tell you. It's all classified. She was in a locked up ward, lockup, unpredictable behavior, seriously unpredictable behavior. So how in the hell did she end up in there? Well, you don't know. Just imagine it. Did she kill someone? But even though, and you get friendly with all these patients, and in this lockup ward St. Stephen, there's one fella I remember well. I got very friendly with him, but he'd done something in the past. Whatever, too dangerous to be in society type thing. And when he heard that I was just about to join the RAF, he was all over me. Yeah, good luck, Yeah. So I don't know. Yeah, certainly the other side of life. How did I start off talking this? Oh yeah, me. Yeah. Well, I've had my problems. Serious. Do anything physically now. Sitting down here now, I'm recovering slowly. But anything physical, you feel all right doing it, and you're sweating a bit. But the next day, your body just completely shuts down. It's strange, it is. It's just one of those things. Yeah. Anyway, 15 minutes of Roberton. Oh yeah, I've got another day banned from commenting on YouTube. Happened early this morning. It was something about Anne Widdicombe. I didn't say anything that bad. Anyway, all the best. Ta-da.